Most older people make the same mistake. They choose nuts that seem healthy, but actually undermine their health. A person may think, I eat nuts, so I'm strengthening my heart and joints. But in reality, they are feeding inflammation, increasing fatigue, and accelerating vascular wear. How does this happen? After the age of 65, some nuts begin to work against us. This is due to changes in metabolism, vascular sensitivity, and hormonal balance. The legs become heavier, the steps become shorter, balance worsens. You may notice that you used to climb stairs easily, but now even a few steps cause fatigue. Your shoes become tighter by the evening, and your toes swell slightly. That your hands have less strength and your joints are stiffer in the morning. And all of this may be related to the nuts you put in your snack bowl. Today, you will learn about 8 types of nuts. 4 of them will help restore energy, improve blood circulation, reduce inflammation, and maintain mobility. The other 4 are best avoided altogether because they gradually sap your strength. Let's start with the healthy ones. But first, please subscribe, like, and write in the comments whether our tips and recommendations were useful to you. This will help us understand how effective our content is and further improve and develop our channel. Healthy nut number 4 is the hazelnut. Many people think that hazelnuts are just a tasty addition to baked goods, but in fact, they can be real fuel for your blood vessels. Hazelnuts are rich in vitamin E, one of the most powerful natural antioxidants. It protects the walls of blood vessels from damage that over time leads to their narrowing and fragility. This means there is less risk that your feet will get cold even on a warm day. If you notice that your fingers or toes are cold, hazelnuts help improve blood circulation and restore warmth to your extremities. They also support the elasticity of the skin and tendons. But there is one important condition. Hazelnuts must be raw or slightly dried. Salt, caramel, chocolate, all of these negate their benefits. Caramelized hazelnuts are a dessert, not a medicine. Eat them in small portions, about a handful a day. It is best to eat them as a snack between meals. The third most beneficial nut is pine nuts. These small seeds from coniferous cones have a unique composition. They are rich in arginine, an amino acid that dilates blood vessels and improves oxygen delivery to tissues. Why is this important after the age of 65? With age, capillaries become narrower and blood circulates more slowly. As a result, muscles do not receive enough nutrition, and even light exercise feels like a marathon. Pine nuts help counteract this process by gently dilating blood vessels. You start to climb stairs more easily. Your legs don't get tired as quickly, and recovery after a walk takes less time. But there is a caveat. Pine nuts are very high in calories. 1 or 2 tablespoons a day is enough. Add them to salads, porridge, or vegetable dishes. The second most beneficial nut is the peanut. Many people consider peanuts to be a simple nut. In fact, it is a bean, but it is on our list because of its value for blood vessels. The main benefit is in their thin, reddish skin. It contains a lot of resveratrol, a substance that strengthens capillaries and protects blood vessels from damage. If you often get bruises even from a light blow, this may be a sign of weak blood vessels. Peanuts in their shells help strengthen them and reduce fragility, but only on one condition. They must be unsalted and not fried in oil. Salted peanuts are a harmful snack. Eat a handful of peanuts a day without mixing them with other sweet or fatty foods. The number 1 healthy nut is raw pecans. This nut rarely appears on our table, but it is truly unique. It is rich in omega-3 fatty acids and zinc. These substances reduce inflammation in the joints and improve their mobility. If you feel stiffness or heaviness in your knees or elbows in the morning, pecans will help to gently relieve this feeling. They also nourish cartilage tissue, which is important for the prevention of osteoarthritis. But it is important to remember that pecans are very high in calories. 4 to 5 nuts a day is enough. Now let's move on to those that are best avoided. Harmful nut number 4 is salted pistachios. Pistachios are beneficial in themselves, but industrial processing turns them into an enemy of blood vessels. Salt retains water in the body. This increases blood pressure and causes swelling in the legs. If your shoes start to pinch by the evening and your toes swell slightly, the reason may be salted pistachios. The third most harmful nut is almonds in caramel or chocolate. Almonds are rich in magnesium and calcium, but sugar and caramel negate all their benefits. Sugar sharply increases glucose levels, overloads the pancreas, and causes energy spikes. After the age of 65, such fluctuations are especially dangerous. They affect memory, concentration, and the heart. The second most harmful nut is cashews roasted in oil. Cashews contain many beneficial minerals, but when roasted industrially, they become saturated with trans fats from cheap vegetable oils. These fats increase inflammation in the joints, impair vascular elasticity, and raise harmful cholesterol levels. If you notice that your knees crunch more, or you get tired faster when walking, reconsider your cashews. The most harmful nut is old walnuts. Walnuts are only beneficial when fresh. They go rancid very quickly, and rancid oils become toxic to the liver and cause inflammation. If a nut tastes bitter, throw it away, even if it looks normal. After the age of 65, nuts can be both medicine and poison. It all depends on what exactly you eat and in what form. Choose hazelnuts, pine nuts, shelled peanuts, and raw pecans. Avoid salted pistachios, sweet almonds, roasted cashews, and old walnuts. This will help you maintain mobility, strength, mental clarity, and independence for many years to come.